what I do is I bring possible players to learn the culture and the desire and what it takes to get to another level in the game. Young American players that want to see it, bring them over, put them through a tough sessions. Let them see what the semi-pros are doing. Let them see what the pros are doing. Take them to games where there's plenty of talking, and these players start to understand that there are 4 factors. There's technically, tactically, physically, psychologically. Technically, to look how good they are. Tactically, can they read a game? Physically, anybody can get them fit. The biggest question is the psychological side of it. Have they got that desire? And basically, all players are governed on that. Every player. So when you see a player, and I develop all the time, youngsters right the way through the system, and I work with the LMA, League Managers Association, and it's lovely because what you're doing is you're now looking at the next generation of player, but also what you're doing is looking at the younger generation that may be coming in to tomorrow's game. What's not making him move? Late developers, ones that don't make it but make it at a later age. All these elements come into it, but one thing's left. Are you looking at a player that wants it? Desire. And, see, people say to me, I started at Southall for 3 months. Did I give up? No, never in a million years. The game is always open to you.
You're going to make those players move.
Ian Wright, righty, 24. Stevie Coppell saw him driving past a park. They are out there. It's just now you've got to say, okay, but we've now got another, not a problem, but now we've got foreign players coming in. As before, we had just mostly British. Now we've got foreign players coming in, which knocks down the everyday player from the British Isles. It's down to about 27%. So that means you've got to be very special about. So I develop. I look at players, I look at how they can develop, and I spend a lot of my time developing players. And I know the system inside out.
This week we've been training with some semi-pro clubs and pro clubs. Gordy's been taking us to a couple clubs like out in, where were we? We were at Barnsley. We trained out there with the team. He's teaching us all about technique, working us hard, lots of shots on goal. It's pretty hard work, but it's fun. I love it.
And what's it like working with a legend like Gordon Hill?
It's once in a lifetime opportunity. It's amazing to work with him. He knows so much about the game. He's learned a bunch, so now he's teaching us.
His expectation, he doesn't treat you like a player. He treats you like a pro player, not like a youth player. He'll expect certain things out of you. He'll expect you to work like a professional athlete. He doesn't. No youth playing here. It's men.
So it makes you work hard then?
Yes, sir.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, of course. It's the dream.
So far, we've just been training with some semi-pro and pro clubs, and it was a good kickabout with the boys, and something to help us improve and to get better as well.
Gordon makes you work hard, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely. He doesn't expect nothing less.
Oh, it's just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's kind of like a blessing for me. I mean, it's a thing I've always wanted to do, and yeah.
Has he made you work hard?
Yeah, he's made me work hard a lot. He's definitely made me improve, and it's brought a whole nother perspective to the game for me.
So if you think about what it was like when you arrived to where you are now, do you think you learned a lot?
Oh, of course. Of course.
And what do you think you've learned?
I mean, just what it is to like become a player, like what you got to go through, what the other opposition is like, just everything.
So is it for you, football, soccer?
I think so.
Is it giving you an appetite for being a football player?
Oh, definitely, because Gordon, he's a down-to-earth guy. Always wants you to improve, always wants you to get better, so I really enjoy working with Gordon.
Yeah. Do you think you've learned a lot this week?
Oh, definitely. Just as far as taking my first touch into space and setting me up for my next move, whether it be shooting, passing, or dribbling. The first touch is everything.
This week I've definitely learned how to like speak and like communicate with my teammates and stuff, and that's helped out a lot.
So you're thinking like a football player?
Yeah, for sure.
You enjoyed it?
I've enjoyed it a lot, yeah.
And what would you say for anybody who's thinking of coming on one of these courses?
They just need to be like, they need to bring the intensity and like be make sure they're ready. I mean, it's not easy work, but if you want to do it, you gotta be intense.
I spent the day yesterday watching you and filming you working with the young guys. I mean, you obviously enjoy training the kids.
I love it because the younger, the smaller ones are untouched. They're untouched canvases. So your best coaches in a club should be at the bottom, not at the top, because there are too many spots to change. So they should be at the bottom, John, and they should be concentrating on the basics, the elements, the control, pass and move. End of story. You can do those three, you can go anywhere in this world. So I think you've got to start learning that well, and you've got to start teaching that. But when you get a clean canvas, it's just lovely to see how they pick up their own mannerisms, their own ways they want to do it. Watch the television and they say, I'll do a Maradona, I'll do a Cruyff, I'll do, a Ronaldo, and you just go, okay, fine. But that's their own little skills they learn. What you're giving them is the basics. So when that doesn't work, they come back to their basics and it'll never let them down. And I just love it. I mean, it's just, uninhibited. And then all of a sudden they get to the structure and that sometimes hinders them.
Can you see a day when you return here with a young player from America who can perhaps play in the Premier League? And tell us about what you're doing over in America.
We've now built an academy in Michigan, just north of Chicago. We'll be housing about 24 to about 32 players. And it will be like a boarding academy. It'll be very similar structured as we do in the UK. We'll be able to offer them, we're partnering up with the university there so that they can do their schoolwork there. But we've also got a classroom, we've got laundry rooms, medical rooms, plyometrics rooms, coaches facilities for them to stay. We've got 2 fields that we're looking at that are finishing now. We're looking at putting an indoor so that we'll have an all year round environment for the young players so that they'll eat, breathe and sleep the game, and then they'll also be educated as well, so they'll be able to take a sports psychologist's classes and all this. So what we're doing is we're not saying, okay, this is football. Yes, it is. But what we're actually doing is saying your education is important, and they're doing it now. It's not a brand new thing, but with your own fields and everything is in house, and so basically we'll be looking for young players, talented players that want to give it a crack at it. I'm looking for that next generation of player that wants to be able to say, I tell you what, hey, this kid's good, because you never know until you start. Working with talent is very up and down. Some it might develop, others won't. All of a sudden one will shoot and you go, whoa. So that's the unknown. But the academy will be all year round, and they'll be living and eating, breathing under my direction and other coaches that we will bring in. And it is in a very quiet place so that they can't go clubbing it. This goes only once a month. So, but it is if we're going to develop that player, you've got to develop that player where he's got to be committed to going to another level, and absolutely go there. So we're delighted that we've started it now. We're nearly finished it. We're just at the finishing touches. So I'm going to be looking for players that wish to get in touch with us. You can get in touch with me at gordonhill11.com, which is my website, and you've got my email address. I'm not hard to get hold of, and I'm just looking forward to that next player.
That's brilliant. Final 20 seconds. What would it mean to Gordon Hill to come back with a player for Manchester United?
It's not look at me. I don't care about me. I just want that player to go and just say thank you, and then United to say thank you. That's all it is. I don't want no more and nothing else.
Brilliant. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
That's Gordon. Well done.